Welcome back. Thanks so much for tuning in, Sloan Reale. Find your voice, rock your confidence. That's my whole MO. I'm so glad that you're here. If you are tuning in today, today's topic, how singing improves mental health and boosts your entrepreneurial game. Let me say that again. How singing improves mental health and boosts your entrepreneurial game. So mental health is a huge, continues to be a hot topic right now. I mean, I think if not every day, every other day, I am seeing constant articles. Our local news is bringing in specialists, therapists. We've got special hotlines local here for people where everything's being translated into multiple languages. It's huge. And I think that we are still feeling a lot of the unintended consequences of having been isolated for a couple of years during the pandemic. That stuff has really changed how we do everything. Mental health continues to be a huge topic. It is continuing to come up in conversations. A lot of the women, the networking things that I attend, there's upcoming events where women are wanting to know, they want more tools, they want strategies, suggestions for continuing to maintain positive, healthy mental health for themselves so they can do that in their own families, in their relationships, in their businesses, and more. So today, I hope that today's tips will be helpful across the board. So today, fellow entrepreneurs, today we're going to explore a secret weapon that can not only brighten your day, but also skyrocket your business game. You might be wondering, what's this magical tool? Well, it's something we all have within us already, and it's waiting to be unleashed. It's the power, believe it or not, of singing for your business. Whether you are a singer or not, I've got some great juicy information for you on how singing can change your state, can change your thinking, can change whatever mood you're in, can prepare you for going into a meeting. It really is. It's a secret weapon. And I spoke a little bit to this in the last podcast, the last episode, but this is really specific and more catered towards entrepreneurs today. So our quote of the day: sometimes when we are sad, we have to do the opposite of sad. Sometimes we have to simply sing. And author is unknown on that, but I love it. And I especially appreciate how it pertains to mental health. Singing is your mental health supercharger. As I mentioned, it is the quickest way to change your state. Singing isn't just for the shower or for the stage. It actually has profound effects on our mental health and overall well-being. You might be thinking, I'm no Celine Dion or Freddie Mercury, but fear not, singing is really for everyone, no matter the pitch or the range. So let's dive into how this magical melody maker can bring harmony to your mind and maybe even your bank account. So the first thing is to release stress with a song. So picture this, all right? We've all been there. You've had a rough day. The weight of the world is on your shoulders. Instead of screaming into a pillow, which might scare your pets, maybe some family members, grab the mic or a hairbrush if you aren't a musician and there is no microphone around, and sing your heart out. Singing actually releases endorphins, the ultimate happiness booster. It also reduces stress and anxiety like magic. And you can accomplish the same thing. Maybe you're heading home from work. Maybe you actually have an office where you go to meet with clients or whatever your job is. You're not someone who's meeting on Zoom. That car ride home is a great way to put on your favorite playlists and just sing right along, right? Turn it up full blast. That is a great way to decompress, to let your day go. At the same time, the reverse of that, if you're heading into a day, where you've got a lot on your plate, a lot of meetings. You're going to be meeting with a lot of different people, a lot of different energy types, personalities. But again, I live by playlists. I shared this in a previous podcast. I love my playlists. I have playlists for all different events, all different whatever is going on. I've got my girl power songs when I got to get my girl power on. I have my show playlists if we have a gig or a corporate event or a festival coming up. I have all of the songs in the order of appearance show up. Playlists for everything. I spoke about creating playlists, having your kids create playlists of their favorite songs to get them ready for the new school year and boost their vocal confidence. So there's a lot to be said for car singing, shower singing. None of that is off the table. Number 2, boost your confidence. Confidence is key in the entrepreneurial world. And singing is like a confidence vitamin, if you will. When you belt out a tune, you are actually flexing your vocal cords and your self-assurance muscles simultaneously. Plus, with each note, you're going to find an inner courage soaring to new heights, embrace the high notes, and higher self-esteem. So anything that you're doing to practice, anything you're doing to vocalize, whether it's warm-ups or vocal exercises or going through your pitch or your offer or whatever it is that you're going to be sharing with your audience, whoever that is. And again, knowing your audience is a big piece of you being able to speak confidently to that audience. But rehearsing, reviewing, all of those things are going to give you that little extra edge. All of that visualization, we spoke about that, practice, visualization, rehearsing, but not rehearsing so much so that you rehearse the life right out of whatever it is that you're going to be presenting. So all of those things add up. It's kind of like a piggy bank, right? The more you invest, the more you put in, the time, the energy, the effort, it is really going to pay off in spades later when you need it. Number 3, unleash your creativity. Entrepreneurs are creative geniuses, always seeking innovative solutions. Singing actually taps into that creativity goldmine too. Improvisation, songwriting, vocal experiments ignite that imaginative spark, leading to fresh business ideas that others haven't even thought about yet. Embrace the melody of creativity, right? Singing, in addition to all of the physical, the mental, the emotional, it really is working with that part of the brain. It's working with that creative side, right? That logical side, that's all that numbers and very specific and the layout and what things are going to look like. It's very science, math, very serious. The left side of the brain can be very serious, where the right side is much more playful. So singing helps to actually unleash and connect you to that creative side of your brain. Number 4, network with harmony. Networking events can sometimes be intimidating, but guess what? A little sing-song can change the game. Strike up a conversation about favorite tunes, share your passion for singing, and watch those connections bloom. Networking has never been this musical. Number 5, manage your emotions. Running a business, as we all know, isn't all rainbows and unicorns. Sometimes you might feel overwhelmed, frustrated, or disappointed. Singing actually provides a therapeutic outlet for these emotions. Turn your frustrations into powerful ballads, transforming negative energy into a positive force, driving you forward. Many benefits, many ways to connect what you're doing with your voice to what you're presenting, what you're working on in your business. So now that we've covered a few different ways to do that, let's bring some serious sunshine into your entrepreneurial journey. And let's look at 4 ways to boost your revenue using your voice. The first one is elevating your elevator pitch. When you're at networking events or meeting potential clients, your elevator pitch is your golden ticket. Crafting a short, catchy, jingle-like pitch that resonates with your audience. Leave them humming your message long after you part ways. More impactful, singing your pitch, and it depends on who you are and where you're at and how long you get to share what you do professionally. Can be 30 seconds to 60 seconds max. My experience at a lot of the things I go to. Singing your pitch, I know it sounds crazy. It sounds very uncomfortable. It takes a lot of chutzpah to sing your elevator, your commercial, but it's going to be way more impactful and definitely more memorable. True story. I think one of my first, maybe my second eWomen Network lunch here in the area that I live, I did that. I didn't actually sing my commercial. What I did was sing something that was appropriate to what was going on that day in that moment. I think it was just a piece of a song, and I belted it out. And the first thing that happened was the whole room, who knew I was a vocal coach, confidence mentor, but they weren't expecting me to show up that way. And it was in full. And I sang, and then I connected it to what I do. It wasn't my ongoing commercial that I usually use, but the response that I got from the room was amazing. Everybody's jaw, first of all, everybody stopped because they didn't know what was going on. Wait, what's going on? What's happening here? This woman is singing with no microphone at the top of her lungs. I should say from the bottom of my belly. And jaws were on the floor. And from that moment on, I think that changed the game for me in those rooms with those ladies, particularly because now I have their attention. Now, all of a sudden, I was starting to be asked more about singing. And what has come out as a result of that is I've learned that really most of the women that I'm meeting with in those rooms just want to learn how to sing. These are all business women. They all have their own businesses. They're all networking and going to lots of different events and supporting one another. But it came down to they just want to learn how to sing. So it's like, okay, I can shift and make things happen. The other thing that's coming out is they're wanting to know more about the energy behind our voice and the tonal quality and how our voice attracts our clients or can repel our clients away. And not even specific to their businesses, just in general. What I'm not hearing from this particular group is no one is really interested in learning how to use their voice for their business. It's either all fun and games or it's all about the energy behind our voice and how it works. Very interesting. It's wonderful feedback from me. I am now creating content, of course, to speak to that and opportunities and building community and opportunities for these ladies to gather and sing together and lots of fun things coming out of that. But when you sing your commercial, it's something that takes some courage and something you definitely want to practice before you do it. It's something you want your voice to be warmed up before you step up and start singing your commercial. And you want to make sure that that commercial is delivering the information that you want. You want it to make sure to deliver the content. What is it that you do? Who do you serve? How do you do it? Why should they call you? Right? But I tell you, if you sing your commercial, first of all, the room's not going to know what happened. They're going to remember it. And it's definitely going to make an impact. The second thing that we can do is to what I was just speaking to, make sure that it's catchy. Make sure, something that rhymes, like a little jingle. Branding is everything in business, right? Why not turn our slogans and taglines into jingles, like you hear on the radio, or anybody who's still listening to the radio, commercials on television, right? You'll be surprised how your brand's recognition will soar when it's being hummed by the people that heard it. I mean, think about it, right? I can't name any right now at this moment, but so many commercials, they start with that tagline, and at the end of the day or the end of that commercial, we've been programmed, we've heard it so many times that we know how it ends before the commercial is even over. It's no different for you. It's no different for your business. You can do exactly the same thing that these huge media companies are doing with huge media budgets on a lower scale, on a smaller scale for your own business. So I say, let's take notes from the big dogs and let's scale it down and make it work for our business. Again, catchy, memorable, impactful. Another thing that you can do is host karaoke team building events. Karaoke and the karaoke club, you've heard me speaking about this, have turned out to be something I was not expecting. It is a game changer. It is a great way to get people together in the same room, having a good time. There's no pressure. The only pressure I see is the pressure that the singers are putting on themselves to do it right, to do it perfectly. And that's the whole thing with karaoke, is to let go of all of that stuff and just have a good time. But bringing your teams together with karaoke nights not only will be hilarious bonding experience, but you'll also find your team's communication and collaboration hitting all the right notes in the office as well. There's something about taking down, first of all, getting out of your regular environment every day when you're in that grind, all of the seriousness, having to make things happen, having to work together, different personality types, different communication styles, like getting your team out and heading out to karaoke for fun. There's so many things that you learn about people when you're out of that regular environment as well. So I want to encourage you, if you're in our local area, Karaoke Club takes place the second Tuesday of every month, 7 to 9, here at our local little Uptown, shout out, Uptown Lounge. We're having a wonderful time. We're building the community there, and just lots of fun, unexpected things are coming out of it. So if you're in my area, come join us. If you're not, start one in your own area. Or if you are just a team leader or a manager, just a one-time thing, but do it as an experiment. And there's something that shifts after you've done something like that with the company. All of a sudden, the next time you all meet, you've got some fun things to talk about. You've got some new things that you know about each other that you didn't know before. The office is a little lighter. It's a little easier to get those more serious projects done. Maybe people that might have had, maybe their personality type didn't quite gel. Maybe they're feeling a little more relaxed and a little more easygoing now. But just, you don't know unless you try it. So I say, get out there, try something new you haven't done before. If it's out of your comfort zone, all the more reason to get out there and try it. And then last of all, using video marketing with songs. This can be a little bit tricky. One is, I know depending on what platforms that we're on, if we are using music that has not been authorized, we can get a little slap on the hand there. They'll take your information down. There are so many wonderful platforms now that have music that you just pay a fee to go and use the jingle or the tune. But there's lots of really affordable, wonderful ways to add music to your own commercials. So it doesn't have to be something really expensive. And it's very doable now. You don't have to go get the music rights. I know whenever we've covered songs, this is a huge change in the music industry. I recorded a couple of CDs several years back, and I had some original material on there, but I was covering most of the material, and we had to go through the ASCAP and pay for all those rights, even just to cover the song. There were only one, I think it was The Water is Wide, which is now, it's a training song I use with my singers. It's now called a traditional song. The song is so old. That was the only song I didn't have to pay some sort of a royalty fee on. Even on Spotify, people are covering and redoing and reimagining how, we've taken a song that was released and then people are redoing it 20 different ways, depending on what the song is. I think the thing there is, if you are using someone else's material, Spotify is the platform I tend to spend a lot of time on. As long as you're not selling the song, I think that it's all right to use the song, but you can't use it for any monetary purposes at all if you have not bought the rights or paid into some sort of royalty fee. that's more for singers, but for jingles, creating engaging video content that actually includes music relevant to your brand. This is also going to help boost your online presence, and people will be singing your praises literally. You get in there, you get that, you just hit that perfect note, that perfect chord in their heart, in their brain, that ties it all together for them. It's again, it's that magic musical element by bringing it all together for your audience. So in conclusion, there you have it. Singing is your secret sauce for better mental health, increased creativity, and even higher revenue. So there's no need to wait. Let's unleash our inner rock stars and serenade our way to success. Remember, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with one single note. So go ahead, sing, dance, get yourself out there, play, be creative. Again, there's no right, there's no wrong. I think the biggest piece of this is to just do it. You will not know the effects. You will not know the impact that you make. Try to get over that hurdle of being fearful of all of the unknowns. If you get stuck there, you're going to stay there and you're never going to take that next step. So I think, again, so you put it out there and it is not met with the engagement that you thought, that's just feedback, right? It's a way to tweak and change and play. And the next time you do it, you'll make those changes. Maybe things will be a little bit easier. And then maybe you get feedback, you tweak and change and redo it again. And the more that you just get in that habit of doing it, going through the motions, we call it flight hours, the more comfortable that you will get. In this case, with regards to helping your mental health, improving mental health, and boosting your business game. So all of that to say, sing your way to success. You do not have to be a singer by profession. This is a simple way to bring your voice, the elements of singing into your business, into your brand, and to just have fun and play. So with that, I have a new video gift up. The link is in the show notes. It is super fun. It's actually 8 videos. They're very short. They explain, I've got 8 different videos for you. It's free. It's a little package. You can go in, pick that up, start playing with that. I go into a little more detail about how I work with the voice. There are 8 little videos. They're short little snippets, 2 or 3 minutes long, 2 or 3 minutes long. 8 times 3 is a half hour in total. These videos, you could watch them literally on your lunch break, but goes into a little more detail about how I work with the voice. You can also register in the other link for my event happening at the end of September, where I'm going to be doing a 3-day online, 45 minutes a day. We're going to be dealing with mindset on the first day, all of those things that get up in our head that prevent us from using our voice, showing up fully. The second day is going to be in depth. We're going to be going into practical application of your voice. And the third day right now is a surprise. So go get registered for that event. More on that coming. And if you found any value in this, I would love for you to leave me a review. If you are watching on and you found anything and you learned anything new and helpful here, please subscribe, share it with other people that you care about. And of course, if you are a woman watching this, women business owner, women entrepreneur, starting out, building a new business, head on over to the Women's Facebook group, find your voice, rock your confidence, and see what's going on over there. You can become part of the community. You get some love, some support, some encouragement, share what's going on with you there. It's just another place to show up and play with other like-minded women like yourself. And remember, keep taking that inhale of confidence. And on that note, inhale confidence and exhale doubt, because you've got this.